Hello, everyone. So now you know how to access and create the Google assignments using Google Docs, Google Slides, and Google Sheets. Now you're wondering, how do your students even access that? So I showed you last time that there is a box, or if you didn't do the box, you did a forced open. It depends on what you chose, but you can look at that on the other video. How do students access Google assignments on Canvas? So it is a little bit tricky the very first time, but after that, it's super smooth sailing. So hopefully this video will kind of show you on what to do. So let me go ahead and move myself to the side so you can actually see everything on my screen. Super tiny, push myself to the side and go to the next slide. So I just want to make sure this is what you will need or your students will need is that they need to know their student email, which is their student ID, which is the next thing they need to know. So it would most likely start with 2011 with an additional 5 other numbers after that. The continuation of email is at student.lbschools.net. So they only need to write that down one time during the steps that I'm about to show you. They will need their student ID and their digital birthday or slash password if they're not familiar with digital birthday. Those are the 3 things that you do need to do these steps for linking the Google Slides and like how they can access that. So let me go ahead and show you how to do that. Let me exit out of this one actually. And what I'm going to be using an incognito mode so I can sign into one of my students. So it's kind of hopefully you know that step. If not, you can always reach out to me so I can show you those steps one more time. So just to get access to Canvas, I'm going to go to Students. I click on Canvas. It's going to ask me for her Rapid ID information or their information. Unfortunately, I cannot tell you what it is, and hopefully you will not copy them as well. So for this student, it's a student that's already in my class. I'll go ahead and click on them. How I've done it with my students, they just click on assignments, or you might have buttons in your classroom, so you may have to just click on one of these. So I show them to click on assignments. I'm going to have her look for the one for today, which is Wednesday, 9:30. I click on that, and here it says load Wednesday, 9:30 in a new window. So if you're familiar with the other video that I had created for you guys about how to upload an assignment using the 3 types of Google assignments, they have the box here. When they click on the box, it's going to most likely ask them to sign in. Fingers crossed that it shows me the way because I've linked them before, so it may not actually work, but at least you kind of know the process. I clicked on it. Perfect. So it's asking me to sign in. So I have to go ahead and sign in, and I'm going to be using their email address. And remember, you have to use the exact same one for each student at student.lbschools.net. Make sure that you double check it. Student, no S at the end, LB schools, S at the end, .net. Click on next, and it will lead them to the Rapid Identity login. Most likely, it should, but it's thinking. Oh, perfect. So it didn't ask me. It may ask them to sign in again using their student ID number and their digital birthday / password. If it doesn't, perfectly fine. They're now on this page. They know they're on the right page when it says their name. So this is the student name that I am using, and these are the slides that they'll be using. I'll go ahead and click on the slides. And now she has access to her very own copy of the slides. I have a question here. She's able to type what she wants to, but I'm going to go ahead and put it back so she can actually do the work correctly. And when she's all done, this may sound a little tricky and a little strange. I can just push the little X on the top, go back to this page, and click Submit. Once I click Submit, it's going to ask me another box, submit your work. Basically, are you sure? Go ahead and click on Submit, and then I, the teacher, will receive them. But for some reason, let's say they're using the slides all day long and they left, they pushed X on this one by accident, but they go back to this Canvas page and that box is now gone. Oh my gosh, such a headache. Don't know what to do. What you actually will have the students do is just refresh their page. If they don't know what the refresh the page is or the reload button is, just have them go back onto home, go back to the day of the week if you have it that way, or just click on assignments, go back to the assignment that they're working on. Mine was working on Wednesday, 9:30. And then I go ahead and just, the box is now there again, and they'll be able to access that. Luckily, with the Google Assignments, it automatically saves their work. So if there was any work there that they were doing and they closed their computer and they're like, oh, I didn't finish that, let me go back. All of their work is automatically saved. So it tries to save as much as it can as long as there is stable Wi-Fi. So again, just go ahead and click submit twice. There's 2 blue buttons and it kind of reminds you of what to do. So luckily I was able to link it and I was able to show you how to submit the work. But if you have any questions, by all means, I'm a text message, email away. Just go ahead and reach out to me. All right, you guys, have a good one. Bye.